Hey guys, Big John with J Custom Builds. First of all, I want to thank you for watching my channel. I want to thank my subscribers and thank you all for keeping up with me and watching all my videos, subscribing to my channel. If you're new to the channel, I built a couple of Harleys and I'm currently doing a giveaway, and I have two bikes right now that I'm currently giving away. Wolf and Sapphire. So if you're interested in winning one of these beautiful bikes, all you have to do is head over to my website, jcustombuilds.com, purchase yourself a hat or a t-shirt or both. The more you buy, the more entries that you have and the more opportunities you have to win. Yeah, win yourself one of these beautiful bikes for 75 bucks. Other than that, let's get going on this video. All right, so basically this is my bike. This is my 2007 Ultra Classic. And those of you who don't know or are new to the channel, these wires that go all the way from the stereo to the amp got burned or fried on the belt. Basically, I had taken them off and I didn't tuck the wires back in. I left the wires hanging. I went on a ride, I forgot all about it, and the wires got shredded. So I had to take everything apart, and while I did that, I adjusted the bars. There's videos, I'll put the videos in the link if you want to see me adjust the bars. I had to take the radio out, and I just put new forks, those new chrome forks. And yeah, thank you for going on this journey with me on this bike to get this bike rebuilt after I tore it down. And I added some new stuff to it, and I got some new extras coming to it as well. But before I go any further, I wanted to wish one of my subscribers who has become a friend, him and his wife, William and Dee. I want to wish you a happy birthday, William. I know you got a birthday coming up next Tuesday, so I want to give you a shout out for your birthday, man. Happy birthday. And other than that, let's get started on this video. Today's video is going to be me getting the wheel back on, running the wires all the way back, getting the tank back on, getting all of this situated, getting the stereo, the front components back in, just getting this girl all wrapped up. So let's get into this video. So check it out, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a close-up. I got the fender on there. I buffed it out a little bit, and the forks look amazing, man. The forks look so good. Got the stereo back in. I'll put the wheel back on for now tomorrow, just so I can get this girl rolling. I'm gonna put the speaker. I said I got the stereo on, right? Got the clutch cable back in there. I just gotta adjust it now, and I'm gonna run those wires tomorrow. I'm gonna go pick them up and put those wires back in there so that I can start riding this girl, man. It's been too long. So other than that, hey guys, how you doing? Big John with J Custom Builds. I'm back at it again. I actually went and picked up the cables, and I'm gonna get this baby run through here. Be more direct. So I believe that one goes there. That's not coming off. I'm only using one channel. Okay, that goes there. So that's audio left, and that's audio right. I really don't need to do anything with that. Get this baby all working right. So I'm gonna cut this off. Oh, it's hot today. It is warm. Pretty damn warm, my friends. But we do have that ocean breeze coming through. Crump this baby off. So I found some shocks off of I think a 2017 or 2018. I believe the gentleman said they got, I don't know, like maybe 3,000 miles on them. He wanted 100 for them, and I thought, hey, I got 50 bucks, man, if you'll take them. And he said, sure. So we've been kind of playing, not playing phone tag, it's different. We've been missing each other. So I was supposed to pick them up today. I think he said between 8 and 12, and I was trying to get a hold of him since 10:30, and he never responded. So I guess he was doing something or hanging out with the wife, and he texted me at 2:45 when I just got back from running my errands, picking up the wires, dropping stuff off, and said, hey, we've been here the whole time. I said, I'm already back home, man. Can we try again tomorrow? So I should be picking up those shocks. They're off of a 2017 or 18, I believe, Road Glide. And so they'll fit perfect on this bike. I want to get rid of that aircraft that's back there now. What's up, buddy? So anyways, let me get all this stuff hooked up in here, and I'm gonna get this zip tied here and then get this side zip tied so I don't ever gotta worry about them. They plug in pretty good, but I don't ever want them to like come apart, you know what I mean? And then this, I gotta get this back together, and I rather solder it and you know, shrink wrap it. That way I know that it's not gonna come apart. So anyways, let's get going on this. So see if you guys can see what I'm doing here. Let's go over here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna figure out where I can actually run the wires. Loosen that up a little so I can get the wires at least underneath. I want to get it under these guys here. I'll run it along where the other speaker wires are. Oop, didn't mean to do that. What are you doing, buddy? He's still doing a little bit of peeing on stuff once in a while, so I just want to make sure he doesn't do that. So where am I going to go from here? I guess I could go down there, right? Yeah. Hope this is long enough. It should be. Let me try to get the other one through there as well. All right, there we go. Get these wires straight. Get them wrapped in here so they don't come out. We can go this way now. Perfect. Perfect. And then from here, I think I want to go to the bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip tie these guys as flat as I can and zip tie them together. See if I have any smaller zip ties. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find my small zip ties. And I found them, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'll fix those. But what I wanna do is get these guys all together so they'll stay. Let's go this way. Got them all, guys, got them all. So I'm gonna get them all to stay in here and to be as flat as can be. Kind of mounted up right there though. I don't know if that was, let's see if I can get it over here on the inside. That's much better. Just want to get another one like right in here. So you don't got to worry about them like, you know, trying to, got it. As long as I get something on there to keep the wires together, that's good right there. So I used to have some flush cutters, right? I don't know what I did with them. So flush cutters are perfect for, like when you put a tie wrap on. You don't leave any of the tie wrap exposed, because I don't know if you guys have ever worked on something that has had tie wraps and they didn't cut them right, and they end up smashing your, end up cutting your hands pretty bad. So now I can actually take this off just until I get, the bike's pretty stable right now, until I get the cover back on. So let me snap this cover in. Let me see, this is actually kind of long. I have to curl it up in the bag. let me get my bag and see how that works. Put the bag back on and see exactly where it lines up. Here's my actual face to the radio. It's just a cover that you can put there in place of the stereo. Is that it? There we go. I like that though. All right. I'm gonna see where this goes in. It goes in the bottom. You know, and it's far away from the bell too. So I don't understand what that was all about, but that's perfect. That's perfect. I'm just gonna leave it like that. So just close that back up and put this back here. And I'll get this cover back on. So we'll go like so. There's that down there. That's down there. Goes over all the little tabs. Let's see here. There we go. And then this side goes over. There it is. Okay, let's see. Why is that one not grabbing? There it is. Oh, that's why. Okay. All right. Now I can get my tank back on. So let's do that. Let's get this beautiful girl back on. Okay, so this goes here. Let me actually get you guys closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I just plugged this in, right? But what I need to do is make sure that I'm good on the other side because, oh, I know why. So it seems like the coil that clips into the frame, into those little squares where it bolts, it actually bolts right before the gas tank. I'll show you guys. I gotta pull it back out. That's why the gas tank didn't want to go down on that side. So we'll just leave it right there for now. Show you guys what I'm talking about. You guys can't see it from there, so hang tight. So this coil, see how this, I brought this tank in, but that coil was actually down. Let me get the camera set up right here so you guys can just follow me. I hope I'm not in your way. So this coil snaps in here, right in that square right there. See that little square? That's a coil bracket. It goes to the frame. Gotta bring these. The gas tank's sitting on that right now. So I'm gonna bring the gas tank and set it right over that. You know what, let me put some gloves on really quick because I found out that my hands don't get really bad with the eczema as long as I'm wearing my gloves. So let's get this gas tank on. This side's clear over here, and that side should be clear right there, and it should be going right over it, and it should be right there. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. And now I could bring this back around. I don't know if this thing has any more gas in it, but I could bring this plug back around and plug it into there. It still does have gas. I need to put a little clamp on that. And this is actually the bolt that I used for the tank. That goes there. And the other bolt I'm using on the other side of this, right? Oh, here it is right here. Why do I have that there? Anyway, this bolt goes here. There's one on the other side that goes there. And that's it, I think. So you can see that bolt there, right? So I'm gonna get you guys a little wider view so that you guys can follow what I'm doing. Okay, so this actually goes on the tank. And it's right there. And it's setting perfect. So let me get a socket for that and get that on there and get the tank all put back together. All right. So we're gonna tighten this bolt over here and then we'll tighten that one. You know what, I think I need to shoot some oil inside this girl. You know what's crazy is that my boss has nothing, he's really big on tools. He has nothing but Snap-on and everything. Everything. I mean, he uses some Mac, but I think it's like 95% Snap-on. Yeah, there it is. 95% Snap-on it. And then I'm used to working with his tools, and then I come home and my tools feel weird because all my tools are Craftsman. Very few Snap-on. Get the other side. Very, very few Snap-on. That's a long story, man. I had about... My dad was a master mechanic, and so is my oldest brother. And they both passed away. God bless them in heaven. So I have two older brothers that passed away at a very young age, and my dad as well from cancer at 56. So anyways, they left me some really good tools, and when I was moving from Sacramento back to the Bay Area many, many years ago, not going to go tight because I got to get that on there as well. But when I was moving back to from Sacramento to the Bay Area, I was gone for 10 years, right? This was like in 1999, and I ended up putting my stuff in a neighborhood that I didn't know because I was gone for 10 years. I put my stuff in a neighborhood that I didn't know was like had gone to shit, right? So after that, I realized that they stole my tools. The bottom line, they stole my tools, and it was probably about maybe $30,000 worth of tools, all Snap-on, every socket size you can think of. I didn't have any Allen tools because a lot of the Allen tools just came out, you know, the Allen sockets and all that, the longs and the shorts and all. There's a lot of new special tools that were made. So I didn't actually have any of those, right? It was just basic machinist tools, and they used to work on engines, and they were automotive mechanics. And so they stole my tools, and I had to start all over. So when I started all over, I don't know, 20 years ago, I ended up buying just cheap stuff to get by. And then I started buying Craftsman again. And so every now and again, if I find a pretty good deal with Snap-on stuff, I'll get it. But it sucks, man, to have all, to have 20, 25 years invested in tools from your family, and you end up inheriting them, and then you move, and then they all get stolen. That's really jacked up. But anyways, that's how life is, right? You gotta start all over again. So I'm gonna get this fan going because I am just cooking in here. So I took all this apart. I'm trying to remember what I did with the little screws. Let me find these little screws, guys. Sure you guys got these rubbers here covering straight. Okay. This goes back. here for the overflow. All right. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a little bit of oil around that ring, because the ring, for whatever reason, it's actually shedding. Let me move you guys so you guys can get closer. There's a ring on the inside. You see that? And from the bike moving the way it does, I get all kinds of shredded rubber inside of there. So I'm not sure. This is just like baby oil here, and just get whatever works. Oh, that's why. You have to make sure that these guys down here are actually running the right way, like so. And then you can push that down. This is actually supposed to go right underneath it, but for whatever reason it's not. Oh, there it goes. There, that fits a lot better. So these are the two bolts that go here. I'm gonna throw some, so I'm gonna make sure that these are grabbing, and then I'm gonna throw some Loctite on them. Yeah, that's it. Throw a little bit of Loctite just on the tip. Make sure that this thing doesn't come loose. There we go. I'm gonna take this side off now, because I want to make sure I tighten them up evenly, right? So I go a little bit of turns on that one, and then a little bit on this one. There it is. These guys, you got to make sure that they're not underneath here, that they're running along the sides, so that you don't get a wobble on your bezel. There we go. Push this down again. Make sure that's underneath, because that's why it's moving around and it's shredding the rubber. So that's good right there. I have to take these out anyways when I put the bezel in the bezel back, the bezel that fell on the fender. We got one in there, that's fine. I'll just leave it right there. So I'll get this back on the gas tank. You know, I'm actually gonna put, seems like it had some kind of a spacer down there. If it had this underneath, and this guy went down in there. There it is. Let's see if this even tightens up. Yeah, these ratchets feel so much different than the other ones. It's weird. Put those down in there. And this goes there. This goes here. Bam. Got that back on. So we're looking good, guys. We're looking good. I'll get all that stuff plugged in after. So let's get the wheel on now. Tanks back in. Let's get the front wheel on. That's the, how do you say that? Aquatic AV? That's the cover. I wish I would have had that on. See, before, the way I put the radio in, I could not push that little button. Let's see if it works now. I pushed this little button on the radio and it would not come off. See how this is, oh, this is coming off now, see? So it's, you're supposed to take the face off. You're supposed to be able to take the face off, right? But this is the problem that I had before. There it is. So it hooks into this side right there, right? And then you snap it in like that. Bearing's not 100% tight. There it is. So if I would have had this on there, they wouldn't have tried to steal my radio and they wouldn't have scratched it. I think I know where that happened in San Francisco. We were at a pizza place like 2 years ago, and there was some guys out there that were really close to the bikes. They acted like they were taking pictures with the bikes, and we're like, hey, what's going on? And one of them was by my bike, and I didn't know. And so I come out and, you know, I didn't even see the scratch. I didn't even realize that it was there. I mean, I looked, I saw the radio there, but I noticed the scratch like the next time I got on the bike. So, all right, so let's move you guys over so we can get the wheel back on. All right, so we're gonna get the wheel back on here now. Let me get everything I need. Get all these put away. Got the old torque wrench. Got everything I need here. All right, guys, where's the axle? Bearings, spacers, anti-seize. So now I actually can bring the wheel. Well, once I get it up there, then I can, let me make sure I got this thing forward. There we go. This is right. So I am gonna bring this girl down a little bit. Whoa. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. Still too high. Let me get all this anti-seize and everything on here so I can probably lift the tire up and get it in. So right here, you want to get it all over the axle. You can get it in the middle, but you want to get it where it's gonna actually be sitting on the bearings, right? And that's plenty. You know what, let me bring this girl down just a little bit more. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to cut you off for a second because I got something going on with my jack. So I was having issues, right, with my jack. This jack dumps pretty fast too. So I was having issues with the jack. So I was having issues with the jack, and the reason why is because there's a screw. I'll show you guys. There's an actual screw that goes in the back, and it holds the jack from separating from the lift, right? And I'm gonna go like 60 pounds on it. It calls for 55, I think, to 60. I think that's 60. Now this guy's gonna want to turn on me, right? So get something to hold her. You know what? I'm gonna actually loosen this up because I want to tighten the pinch bolts. I want to tighten the pinch bolts a little bit. You want to try to get the pinch bolts even. You don't want them to be more on one side. Let me get this torqued really quick. You guys heard that click, right? So I got 60 pounds on the front wheel. I believe 15 to 20 pounds on the pinch bolts down here. I'm gonna check. Let me check really quick, guys. I wanna be doubly sure. So 2007, I believe, all the way down. I don't know how far down it goes, but I know that 2007 and below, it's 50 to 55 pounds on the front axle, and then it's 15 pounds on the pinch bolts, and then you should tighten the back one first. So let's go all the way down to 15 right now. So I'm gonna do the back one first. Shouldn't go more than 15. All right, I'm already at 15. Okay, so those are done. And then I'm gonna put the calipers on, and it's saying the caliper should be between 28 and 38. So we normally do like 33 or 34, sometimes even 35. I think we stick to 35 at work. So I'm gonna get these guys on there, go from there. Let me see where you guys are positioned. You guys are good. I'm gonna get you guys over here though. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put some Loctite on these guys. So let me get a wire cutter, put these tie wraps. So when you cut these loose, the long one goes on the top and the smaller one goes on the bottom, and I'll show you why. See, that actually won't even go through there. It goes through the top, and the little guy goes on the bottom. So watch your fender as best you could. Get this baby up to 30. We're at 35. I'm just gonna leave it at 35. All right, good. It's coming together, guys. It's coming together. You want to wipe all the residue as well off of the I don't like the way that tire's spinning kind of rough. Clean your rotors on the inside as well as the outside. Why does that like not want to turn? Okay guys, so I figured it out. I thought that these spacers were the same exact size. I'd never measured them. They almost look identical. One is a little bit bigger, and I had them on the wrong side. So. Okay, so let me get all these tools out of the way. So check it out, guys. This, you hear that? You don't hear nothing, you know, brake calipers rubbing, nothing. So it was off probably like 1/8 of an inch. That's how it's supposed to spin. You don't ever want it to be binding on anything. There was no reason for it. So I knew that something had to be wrong, and it's all good now. So tire's all torqued. So 2007 down, the big bolt, the axle nut, big bolt. The axle nut is supposed to be 50 to 55 pounds. These got to be 15 pounds. Don't go any less than that. The book says 128 to 138 inch pounds, which is like 14 pounds. So I put 15 pounds on it. And so I got those babies all torqued. I clean all that axle grease off my tire. And they're 35 pounds on the caliper bolts. So look at that, man. This thing's spinning so free now. So nice. That's exactly how it's supposed to spin. You don't hear nothing. Okay, so let's do a walk around really quick. So these guys right here, the pinch bolts, you want to try to tighten them as even as you can on the bottom, and then you want to torque the rear one first to 15 pounds, and then the one in the front. These guys right here, boom, boom, 35 pounds, 34 is fine. The axle nut is gonna always be 50 to 55 pounds, and then on 2008 and up, it's gonna go 60 to 65 pounds, and then the bigger the axle gets on the 2017s and above, all the M8s, it's closer to, I think, 70 to 90 pounds. So these guys right here, the pinch bolts were 55 pounds, and the actual nuts on top, I believe they were like, I think I put them like 35 pounds. And so I got the radio in yesterday. I got the passing lights and everything up there. You guys tell me if you guys know anything about this hybrid audio. I paid a lot of money for those. And they were like, I don't know what they were. I think they were like $300 a set. You gave them to me for $250 cash. And then I bought some 6x9s, the same. I got those put away. Then I went with the Rockford Fosgate back speakers, the 6x9s in there. And then the Aquatech. And then I don't know if you guys remember, but recently I put my bars back because they were actually like about a 1/2 inch from the fairing. And now you can see I got close to 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches, a little more than 1.75 inches. I got the cables ran in. I got the gas tank back on. I'm gonna wipe all this stuff down. Got everything plugged back in. Got the cap, got those 2 bolts in there with Loctite. I just want to get this girl going. I don't even know if I'm going to hook up the radio. I just want to ride it. So I'll probably tape everything off back here, all the wires. I mean, they're all plug-in. So the amp's disconnected. I just want to ride this girl. So other than that, man, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I hope you guys are all doing well. If you're new to my channel, please do me a favor. If you would hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you're into Harleys and you're into motorcycles and you like to see people working on bikes and building some really nice bikes from ground up, you're watching the right channel. So other than that, you guys always remember to ride safe, take care, God bless, and I really appreciate you guys.